incredible.
All the time, it's about what you've got in here.
With 64.
Liam Hill and Lem Sisse both say they suffered at the hands of a care system which didn't care enough.
How many times were you fostered?
Roughly 42 times.
42 foster placements.
Liam's mum was unable to look after him. At the age of 5, he went into care, but went on to have 42 foster placements, 24 care home visits. Lem had just one long-term foster family, but shortly after this picture was taken, they gave him up.
It was not care, it's called care, isn't it? But care was the last thing that I received.
I remember standing up on the table and swearing and saying that you're not my mum and my dad, I know who my mum is and I want to go back to my mum. Based off the back of that, Christmas Eve I was kicked out.
I'll ask you one question then I'll shut up.
Liam tells us he was denied any specialist help and bounced around the care system for the next 13 years.
As I just want to point out, foster carers aren't trained for therapeutic help. One of the issues is I think they put me in foster care first and not a residential placement is due to the money.
A child in a family, a foster family, is not necessarily the right place for it to be. A children's home, if you get the right treatment, can be an incredible place to be. You know,
You really believe that?
I know that. I don't believe it. I know it.
But successive governments have agreed that for most children, fostering is a better option. That's why the proportion of looked after children in homes has fallen from a high of 40% in the 70s to just 11% today. How successfully we look after these children matters. Look in prisons, and you'll see between a quarter and almost a third of inmates have been in care. The Howard League for Penal Reform believes some blame lies specifically with care homes.
We've identified that children who live in residential homes, are in care in residential homes, are more likely to be criminalised. And we worry that that might be because the children's homes themselves are using the police as respite care or to control children when they haven't got the resources.
Children's home owners tell me they are under attack, that at homes like this they have specially trained staff able to deal with the rising tide of children who need specialist help.
We've always been frowned upon. We're always the last out, last in the queue. My job's more difficult now than it's ever been. Some of the traumas that young people go through has got predominantly worse over just in the last couple of years.
The truth is, there just aren't enough places out there for all of the looked after children. But the fear is that too many of those children are in the wrong kind of place, getting the wrong kind of support. Former government advisor Lord Laming, the man who chaired the Victoria Climbié inquiry, shares those concerns. He told me he fears children with complex needs are being fostered not because it's the best option, but because it is the cheapest option. Jane McCubbin, BBC News.